The Pope's hands were shaking, white silk gloves trembling like autumn leaves. Bumpy Johnson pushed the manila folder closer. Nazi gold records, Vatican bank statements, war crime documentation. Your Holiness, choose carefully, salvation or scandal. This was the 15th of September, 1963. Secret meeting, underground chapel. Most powerful religious leader on earth. Most dangerous man in Harlem face to face. World peace hanging in balance. 48 hours earlier, CIA Director John McCone was panicking. Not about Soviets, not about Cuba, about Catholics, about money, about secrets that could destroy governments. Mr. President, we have problem, major problem. Kennedy looked up from briefing papers. Cuban crisis barely finished. Nuclear war avoided. New crisis arriving. What now, Vatican? Pope John XIII. He is coming to America. The 17th of September. Secret visit. That is good news. Catholic voters love papal visits. Not this visit. This visit could start international war. McCone opened classified folder, financial documents, bank records, Nazi gold transactions. During World War II, Vatican helped Nazi officers escape. Operation Ratlines, but they also took payment. Stolen Jewish gold, concentration camp, jewelry, Holocaust treasure. Kennedy's face went white. Understanding implications, electoral disaster, international scandal, Catholic Church credibility destroyed. How much gold? Conservative estimate, $50 million 1945 value worth $300 million today. Where is it now? Vatican Bank, Banco Ambrosiano. Swiss accounts, hidden for 18 years. But survivors found out. Jewish families tracking money, media investigating, congressional hearings planned. Kennedy stood up, paced Oval Office, calculating political damage. Catholic voters abandoning. Jewish voters outraged. International community horrified. What does Pope want? Meeting with you. Damage control, political protection. American support against investigations. And if we refuse, Italian families get involved. Genovese, Gambino, Lucchese's. They helped Vatican hide money. They want their cut. They'll expose everything if Pope doesn't cooperate. The leverage revealed. Not just scandal, criminal conspiracy, international blackmail, religious war. Options limited, very limited. We need intermediary. Someone who speaks Italian language, someone families respect, someone who can negotiate. Kennedy knew only one name. Same name that saved Cuban crisis. Same man who delivered impossible results. Get me Bumpy Johnson. Finding Bumpy took 12 hours. He was in Small's paradise, reading Italian newspapers, studying Vatican finances. Already knowing what was coming, federal agents arrived quietly, respectfully, desperately. Mr. Johnson, President needs speaking with you. National emergency, religious crisis. Bumpy looked up slowly. Pope John XIII arrives tomorrow. How did you? I know everything important. Question is price. Name it. Full immunity, federal protection, recognition of services, plus personal meeting with His Holiness. Sir, you can't meet Pope. Security impossible. Protocol forbidden. Then find different miracle worker. Agents made phone calls. Washington authorized everything. Desperation overruled protocol. 2 hours later, Sacred Heart Cathedral. Manhattan, basement chapel, ancient stones, holy atmosphere. Pope John XIII sat alone, praying silently. White robes spotless. Papal ring gleaming, most powerful religious figure on earth. Looking fragile, looking worried, looking human. Bumpy entered quietly. Charcoal suit, impeccable shoes, polished mirror. Bright hat removed respectfully, approaching carefully. Your Holiness. Pope looked up, studied face, saw authority, saw respect, saw danger. Mr. Johnson, I have heard about you. Nothing good, I hope. Pope smiled slightly. Nothing simple. They sat facing each other, ancient wooden pews, candlelight flickering. History, watching, God listening. "We have problem," Pope said quietly. "People want money back. Money from long time ago, difficult situation. Nazi gold, $50 million. Swiss accounts, concentration camp jewelry." Pope's face hardened. "You know specifics." "I know everything. Question is solution." Bumpy opened briefcase, documents spilling out, bank records, transaction lists, escape routes, Vatican involvement, all documented, all damning, all true. This is what families have. This is what media will publish. This is what destroys Catholic Church. Pope studied papers, saw evidence, saw truth, saw destruction. "What you want from me?" "Return the gold, all of it, to rightful owners. Jewish families, Holocaust survivors, make it right. And if I refuse? Then I release everything, to every newspaper, every television station, every government, worldwide scandal, church collapses." Pope was silent, calculating. Praying, deciding. Gold was payment, for helping people escape, for saving lives, for protecting refugees. Gold was stolen, from murdered families, from concentration camps, from genocide victims. We saved hundreds of lives, using blood money, profiting from Holocaust, making deals with devils. The truth was brutal, undeniable, historical, final. "Church will survive scandal," Pope said quietly. "We have survived worse. Not this scandal, not in television age, not with photographic evidence." Bumpy pulled out additional folder, photographs, documents, testimony, smoking gun evidence. Archbishop Montini meeting SS officers, Cardinal Tisserat signing escape documents, Vatican Bank receiving Nazi gold shipments, all photographed, all documented, all real. Pope stared at images, saw colleagues, saw friends, saw complicity. "Where did you get these?" Italian families kept records, insurance policies, evidence for future negotiations. Now negotiation time arrived. What families want? 50% of returned gold for silence, for protection, for cooperation. And other 50%? Jewish families, Holocaust survivors, rightful owners. And if church refuses completely, then families publish everything. Media gets feeding frenzy. Governments investigate, church burns. Pope stood up, walked to altar, knelt before crucifix, prayed silently, seeking guidance, finding answers. Bumpy waited patiently, respectfully, quietly. 10 minutes passed. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Eternity. Pope returned. Face determined, decision made. Gold will be returned. All of it to Jewish families, to Holocaust survivors, to rightful owners. And families' percentage. Families get something different, Vatican support, political protection, papal blessing for legitimate businesses. They won't accept that. They will when they understand alternative. Pope pulled out his own folder, thicker folder, more dangerous folder. We also have records, family activities, drug smuggling, murder contracts, political corruption, all documented, all photographable, all prosecutable. The leverage revealed. Both sides armed. Both sides dangerous. Both sides vulnerable. "Mexican standoff," Bumpy said quietly. "Mutually assured destruction." So what is solution? Compromise. Gold returns to survivors. Families get protection. Church maintains dignity. Everyone wins. Nobody loses everything. Bumpy studied Pope's face, saw intelligence, saw cunning, saw survival instinct. Specific terms. 50 million returned immediately. Jewish organizations distribute money. Vatican makes public apology. Families avoid prosecution. Media gets partial story. Truth gets managed. And if families refuse terms, then we release their records. Federal indictments follow. Family leadership disappears into federal prison. And if you are bluffing. Pope opened his folder. Photographs spilled out. Family meetings, drug transactions, murder planning, all documented, all recent, all devastating. I don't bluff, Mr. Johnson, I negotiate. Bumpy smiled coldly, recognizing kindred spirit, appreciating professional approach, respecting worthy opponent. You are not just Pope. You are politician. I am survivor. Church taught me well. Terms acceptable. But families need face, saving exit, public dignity, honorable retreat. What you suggest, Vatican announces gold discovery, archaeological finding ancient treasure, decides donating to Holocaust survivors. Families get praised for cooperation. Everyone looks good. Brilliant? Absolutely brilliant. Pope extended hand. Bumpy shook it carefully. Deal completed. Crisis resolved. War averted. One last thing, Bumpy said. Personal request. Yes, pray for Harlem community needs blessing. People deserve hope. Pope smiled genuinely. I pray for everyone, Mr. Johnson, especially those who protect innocence. The 17th of September 1963, Vatican announced discovery, $50 million in historical artifacts, donating everything to Holocaust survivors. International community praised decision. Italian families stayed silent. Media coverage minimal. Congressional hearings canceled. Pope John XXIII met President Kennedy publicly. Photo opportunity. Political success. Religious diplomacy. But real meeting happened underground in sacred space. Between unlikely allies, between kindred spirits, crisis ended quietly. Scandal avoided completely. Truth managed carefully. The 18th of September. Pope departed America. Mission accomplished, reputation intact. Church protected. Bumpy returned to Small's paradise. Same table, same routine, same kingdom. But desk drawer contained new document. Papal blessing. Signed personally for Harlem community. For protection services, for impossible negotiation. 2 weeks later, Jewish families received money, $50 million. No questions asked. Justice delayed but delivered. Vatican survived. Families prospered. Media forgot. Truth disappeared. But Harlem remembered. Bumpy had negotiated with God's representative, had won impossible victory, had delivered perfect justice. The 15th of September, 1963. Night Pope trembled. Night truth emerged. Night justice negotiated. When Vatican met Harlem, when gold found owners, when survival trumped scandal, some secrets stay buried. Some truths get managed, some crises resolve quietly, but legends remember everything. Whisper stories. Keep history alive. Bumpy Johnson made Pope choose between scandal and salvation, between truth and survival, between gold and God. Pope chose wisely. Church survived. Families prospered. Justice arrived. Perfectly.